Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 1st of August, 2025. It is Friday night. It is break night. We have 3 breaks on tap tonight. We have our Topps Chrome NBA break. We've got our NFL Mixer Select and Luminance. And then finishing off the night with a 2x Topps Chrome Hobby Box break. Topps Chrome does have 2 teams left in it, the O's and the Braves. If that break... if no one takes those teams by the end of football, I'll go ahead and take them, close it out, and we'll run that random. The randoms have been run ready for football and NBA. Your NBA teams are in the right corner. And if anybody wants personals, I do have some blasters left. I've already gone through a lot of blasters already. And I do have hobbies available at $275. If anybody wants to do a personal at the end of the night, football is going to take a little bit to get through, but the other ones probably won't as long. So got some time if anybody wants to jump in on it. That's interesting. I didn't know we could do that. Just found something interesting. $560, I think, our Super Vectoranios. Can I enable this? How do I turn it on? It says I can scroll text. Or do I have to make this smaller? Sorry, I just found a new feature that I didn't know I could do. Names on. Names off. Do this. No, you can't do that. Sorry, I'm curious about something. Captions. How do you run it? Let me go back to this. So it's kind of interesting. I've never seen this before. Apparently there's a ticker. Oh, wow. Huh. Well, I've learned something new tonight. Well, let's just do this then. Wow. It's Chrome. 2x Topps Chrome Hobby. 2 teams left. Braves. 30 and O's. 30. Things I learned. I could post things like this where it's like the speed goes slower. You guys want the O's? Okay. I'll put you down. So that'll mean we have 1 spot. We have 1 team left. 1 team left. It's the Braves. Huh. Learned something new. Yep, I just saw that. So uh-oh. AJ grabbed the O's too. Hold on. You grabbed it at 41.08. Go figure. Or 42. 41. Try to figure out what the timestamp is now. 21:41:06. Is that seconds? It's gotta be seconds. I got 2 people grabbing teams at the same time here. Hold on. 9:41. AJ grabbed it in the grabbed the O's. Sam just grabbed the Braves. All right. Sam, I know, is good for the Braves, so I'm checking the timestamp on the O's. Yeah, I just saw that. I'm just checking. So that'd be 9:41:06. And I think you guys tied. Great. Yep, you okay, so you guys grabbed them at the exact same time. Cool. Okay, we're gonna maybe duck race. Oh, that's fun. Live stream. Duck race? Never fails, right? What's up, Chad? What's up, Brian? Mr. Trokey? How goes it? All right, Ash, you and AJ literally grabbed them at the same time. So I'm going to fix my caption now. All spots are taken. Huh. When in doubt, pull the duck race out. Yeah, I think that's kind of how we're going to have to do this. So we're going to go to a duck race for this. All right. So to the duck race. Let me message AJ here so he knows too. All right. So let's do a duck race, I guess. I wasn't even thinking we were going to do a duck race tonight. All right, let me pull this out here. All right, we're going to put AJ and Ash. All right, let me switch the live stream. Someone's going to get ducked. Great. We're going to probably duck race. Oh, we'll probably duck race the baseball break for who gets the Dodgers tonight, because it's always fun to do at least one duck race on the night. The only downside is I noticed with this, I got to fix that. See, I'm learning a little bit every time about how I do this, because I just noticed like I have to actually pull that up a little bit or else I cut off the bottom of the team. But kind of, I didn't know I could do these streaming banners. They're kind of neat. And then that way it kind of keeps information pertinent. So if we do flash breaks, ooh, that would be fun. We can use the banner for flash breaks. Ooh, that's cool. I didn't even think about that. See, I'm getting a little bit more advanced every time, making it a little bit more professional. All right. So let's switch over to the duck race. Switch flip-flop screens here. All right. So here we go. You've got show the name list, AJ on top, Ash on bottom. 1 minute. We got Pirate versus Professor. I'm going to go with that. We could call the Duck 2 a lot of things. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Go. Go. All right. We got a 2-duck heat here going for who's going to get the O's at the baseball break. They still have to pay for them, but I think they're both committed to doing that. But yeah, that's funny. Like literally, you all grabbed it by the second. All right, we're 20 seconds into this. So far, Pirate AJ is holding out the lead right now. Ash is trailing behind just a little bit, but who knows? This could turn into a photo finish at the end here. Halfway through this duck race, and it's a pretty steady lead. Ash is slowly creeping back in here on this one. I probably could have done this with a 30-second duck race. Either way. All right, we got 20 seconds left in this duck race. Oh, AJ sliding back. Are we going to get a last-minute surge from AJ here? Ash is now taking the lead. We're coming into 10 seconds left in this duck race. Who's it going to be? We got 8 seconds left. 7 seconds. Oh. AJ's coming a strong finish behind. And AJ is going to be your winner. All right. AJ's going to get the O's. Sorry, Ash. You guys literally grabbed them at the same time. Like I was literally going to go minute for minute. If you and him grabbed him at different times, I was going to go to whoever it was, but it was literally by the minute you all grabbed it at the same time. I mean, you definitely can always do. I got personals. You can do just as an option. All right, there we go. All right. It was really the only fair way I could do that. I mean, like I said, I would have literally gone to whoever claimed it whatever minute sooner. That's actually why when I said we could do deals for the football, that's why I was telling people to put it all in the comment section of the break post, because I had the last time I did that, I had too many people hit me on Messenger and comments, and I got you, Ash. He just messaged me. So we'll put it as break credit, so you guys will have that stored for next break. So you're still in another break, I think, tonight or something. You guys are in for something. I think you're in for nationals on that break. All right. Just all I'm going to get Dodgers. But yeah, I'll put you guys down for break credit on that. I got a couple people I have to put down for break credit as well. Yeah, Mr. Daly, Matt, Tanner. All right. What do you think? Y'all want to do serial number giveaway tonight? Should we do serial number? Yeah, that's. Let's do serial number break credit giveaway tonight. So go ahead in the right side, give me a number that you think will be left of the slash. If your number hits, you will win $5 break credit. So serial number giveaway is open tonight. Ooh, I should add that in this. I can add that on the scroll bar. I'm going to get way too carried away with this scroll bar at the bottom. You could always just get a hobby box. Can't see my face. I'm making like the super happy smiley face. But, you know. All right, we're going to add this. Serial number give. like this. I like this scroll bar. Actually, 13-2 hit a lot last night. What's up, Aiden? Yeah, this is good. I like this scroll bar thing. Then it's like we never lose information. So like we don't like post something at the top and it goes, oh, there's the information I put at the beginning. I don't have to keep saying the same thing over and over again. You guys get it all right here. We can talk about what breaks are still open. This is nice. This makes me happy. This makes me really happy. I like this. Ooh. I like this a lot. This is good. Good. Makes me feel a little bit more professional. I'm learning these little things. All right, let me write these numbers down. We got a lot of numbers tonight. Good Lord. All right, Mr. Trokey. It's going number 19, Kevin. Good to see you, Kevin. Going number 127, Thomas. Going 19 as well. Got 19 and 19. Always a fair number. We've seen that happen a couple times where some couple people pick the same number and it hit. Dennis going 17. Ash 13. Wait, Thomas, you can't pick two numbers. Do you want 8 or do you want 19? You only get one number choice. Hayden going 75. Greg going 28. Sam going 63. I'll get these updated into spreadsheet too. So Thomas, which one are you going with? Are you going with 19 or are you going with 8? You can have a repeat. Right now, I got you down for the first one you put. Sam, 63. Sean M. has got 6. Joss got 35. Brian's going 12. I'll take Q. I don't think Q count. Oh, yeah. People can have, everybody could say 1. Okay, 19. Got it. Everybody could say 1, and that's fine. I'm not going to make everyone have to pick different from each other, because especially if somebody jumps in later in the break. Oh, that's good. Good going, guys. I saw the Tampa Bay guy, TJ 23, Michael Jordan. See the Tampa Bay guy got like traded in the middle of the Yankee game, and then basically just walked over to the other dugout. Said like, "Bye guys, hi guys." Fun little thing today. Every once in a while, I get into breaks myself, and I finally got my first superfractor. Unfortunately, it wasn't in this group where I got it, but I bought into a break. I bought the Phillies, and there it is. Got my first superfractor finally. Matt Strom, I guess also known as Nicolas Cage. First superfractor in a break. It's Title City, isn't it? Yeah. Shout out to Title City Breaks and Brian Wood for that one. So one of the few other breakers out there that I can't really dispute his prices. So I'm going to give him a special shout out. If you're ever looking for like total case breaks, he does do a lot of like full case break stuff. If you're ever looking, on a regular basis. So if you're ever looking for like super full case break stuff, like select football, the really, really high end stuff, he's worth a check out. He's a good guy, and he has very fair pricing. So actually, it was kind of funny today. His son happened to show up on. No, I got that in a break today. That one was just a buy. That was just a pay for the Phillies. I did. Sorry, I caught in something. what was it? Oh, his son showed up, and kind of like what you all have done with me, with Lisa and stuff, is I heard his son in the background. I said, make his son open the last pack. So we got his son to open, his 7-year-old son to, he rips all the packs and then goes through. So he took one pack and set it aside and let his son do it. And that was pretty cool. That was a little neat experience for him. All right, empty box for Topps Chrome NBA. So your NBA teams are as follows. TJ has the Wizards, the Magic, the Jazz, the Clippers, the Pacers, the Suns. Becky has the Hawks, the Timberwolves, the Nets, the Spurs, the Mavs, and the Trailblazers. Phil's got the Warriors, the Raptors, the Pelicans, the Pistons, the Heat, and the Knicks. Chris has the Bulls, the Celtics, the 76ers, the Hornets, and the Nuggets. And then Jaws got the Thunder, the Lakers, the Rockets, the Grizz, the Kings, and the Cavs. Oh, so it's funny because I found a Topps Chrome break where they were doing a case of Delight, a case of Jumbo, and a case of Hobby. And I was bidding on a bunch of players. I only ended up getting 4 players in the break. I thought I had Acuna, and then somehow I got outbid for them. But what team players did I get? I was looking at like who are the hits that you can really kind of get that have like the higher top end cards. I got Trey Turner, Garrett Cole, Francisco Alvarez, Jorge Posada, Colton Cowser, and William Contreras. Those what I got. Oh, nice. He's been doing actually a lot better in the been driving since he's been driving for Joe Gibbs Racing. I am looking at buying some more of that, at least a box or two of the Don Russ NASCAR. Just it won't be the first off the line. It would be the regular. But like I said, I don't think I saw too much between first off the line and that to me made a massive difference. All right, here we go. Lugans, Dort, Darren Holmes the second, Jaime Jaquez, Paul Pierce Refractor, Jaylen Brown, Hyper Test Drive, DeAndre Fox, Steph Curry, Jerice Walker, Calvin Murphy, Gary Trent Jr., Cam Whitmore, Tyrese Maxey on the refractor. We got a blue. Is that going to be our first auto? Nope. Blue, Franz Wagner for the Magic. Hey, Greg, did your family end up opening up that Formula One box yet? I'm curious if you guys pulled anything good out of it. It sat here for so long. Franz Wagner is... Oh, that's just the team color. I thought that was a numbered one, but it's not. It's team color. They throw me off with these sometimes. Giannis, Marcus Smart, Franz Wagner, Trey Murphy, Allen Iverson, Terrence Shannon Jr. 7. No one picked that one. That's a nice one right there. 7 of 10. That's going to the Timberwolves. That's Minnesota. Terrence Shannon Jr. 7 of 10. Nice hit. T-Wolves going to Becky. Becky continues to stay on fire when it comes to basketball. Becky gets all of the hits in basketball. Hell of a hit right there. 7 of 10. Very nice. We got Tyler Kolek. And then 7 of 150. 7. Everyone missed out on 7 tonight. Clyde Drexler for the Trailblazers. An orange somebody, really. 7 of 150. 7 got picked. You had $10 break credit already. Lucky number 7. Chad was on earlier. Normally Chad picks 7. think he normally picked 7, but he was on. Clyde Drexler for the Trailblazers. Going to Becky again. Greg's taking 7. Greg hadn't actually. No, you already took. You can't change. You already took 28. You can't change. You put your number in. You don't get to change midstream. I was like, wait a second. You already gave me a number. Cody Williams. Once I start ripping, it's over. It's locked in. Isaiah Stewart, LaMelo Ball. You don't get to change midstream. No redirecting. Getting me all goofed up here. All right. Been looking at a couple different products trying to. Frankie's in. Frankie's going for 8. 1 off of 7. Going on, Frankie? We're all kind of dumbfounded right now because we're doing okay with the breaks, but I got to tell you, the Topps Chrome stuff is just not really moving in the shop. We've sold 1 hobby box since last week, since release, and I'm dumbfounded by it. I think in part is because of how expensive it is this year, but I feel like Topps Chrome is always this expensive. Lauri Markkanen, Jonathan Mogbo, Jaylen Brown, backwards Aaron Gordon, and then maybe a numbered card. Yep, 33 of 50. Nice one for the business. Oh, okay, sweet. Aaron Gordon on the negative and a Ja Morant gold, 33. Nope. Ja Black was close to the Ja Morant, but nice Ja Morant for the Grizzlies. Who had Grizz? Ja. Ja got Ja. Ja got Ja. It's kind of a sweet card looking card right there. It's a hell of an action shot. 33 of 50. One of these days, we'll get one of those live streams. I've seen some of the YouTubers who do their live streams, and their comment section is just like never ending. It's just like, here's all the comments. We could probably get there if I said, guess the number between 1 and 1,000 and get $100 break credit. Then we just see the comments go for an eternity. 6, 12, 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think one night we got really close to 1,000 comments. We got really close. I think it was on the Facebook stream. Test Drive, Zach Levine, Isaiah Collier, Joel Embiid, Andrew Wiggins, Devin Carter, Naz Reed, Emmanuel Quickly, Refractor, Prism, Johnny Furpey for the Pacers, Instinct, Cade Cunningham, Ron Holland II, Taylor Hendricks, Rasheed Wallace, Bradley Beal, Zach Levine, Harrison Ingram, Red Jalen Wells, Instinct Alexander Sarr, nice one for the Wiz, Jeremy Shokan, and Carmelo Anthony. I've been in a bit of a trying to buy and trying to get better cards. That was like a year ago. I know. It was kind of fun, though. I don't remember what I did. I forget what the hell I was doing that we got the comment section up that high. We have done the trivia days where we're like, yes, no. I can only answer in yes or no questions. That was kind of interesting when I said, I forget what it was. I did a yes-no day night, and it was like the one I thought that would be the hardest ended up being one of the quickest ones guessed. The one that I thought would be the easiest was actually one of the hardest ones, and nobody could get it right. I think I ended up giving up who it was at the end because I don't think anybody actually got the right answer. It's weird how that works. Jalen Green, Chris Middleton, Jason Kidd, Lugens Dort, Justin Edwards, 127. No. Really? Wait, I got to scroll back up and confirm this. Wow. You got to be kidding me. Kevin Stevens. Yeah, I'll be there on Sunday. Kevin Stevens just got $5 break credit because he guessed 127 and it just hit. Wow. Congrats, Kevin. Damn, that was a hell of a guess. I guess that makes up for the 7 you guessed before. Dang, Kevin. Well, now you got $5 to go use. Maybe that $5 will turn into $100, right? That's wild. The low-numbered stuff I kind of expect sometimes just because you can hit, out of 50, out of 10, out of 25, and those kind of hit more. But I was never guessed 127. I could stagger something next time I think about it. Be like, if you want to do your serial number, you do like a situation where, like, if you guess a number between 1 and 25, you get $5 break credit. If you get something over this, okay. But, like, it's like the higher the number you guess for the serial number giveaway, the more chance at the credit you can get, or more credit you can get. Maybe I'll try that next time. Because that was a hell of a guess. That was a hell of a guess. Must be psychic. Okay, Sam, we can do that. Absolutely. The Marvin Harrison, I think, was at 5 of 8, by the way, last I saw. For grading. Joel Embiid, Peyton Pritchard, Larry Johnson, Alonzo Mourning, CJ McCollum, Dominic Wilkins, Shaq, Vince Carter, Prism, Stephen Castle, Destiny. Sam, are we still doing a hobby box for Chrome? Just so I know. Because I'll bring an extra one. No kidding. If we all could do that with a lot of numbers. Oof. Cam Spencer, Tyler Hero, Magic Johnson, Justin Edwards, Jamal Sheed is for the Raptors. Who had the Raptors tonight? Mr. Trokey got the Raptors. It's a singles shop, Greg. There's lots of singles there. There's all sorts of singles. They even have value. Some are a little more expensive singles than others, but it's a singles shop. They come in all sorts. Some are even numbered. Oh, nice LeBron James on the refractor right there for the Lakers. Eric Gordon, red. Okay. Kevin Durant, Jalen Bridges, Scotty Barnes, John Furphy, Vince Carter, Anton Watson, Bronny on the refractor. Nice. Shokan on the blue parallel. Oh, hey, Jaw, your Emmanuel Rodriguez card from the 2021 Bowman's Best break came back. It did get redeemed. So I have the card, and it will go in your stack. So that kind of worked out that I got it redeemed. So that was kind of nice. Shokan, Jalen Tyson, Youthquake, Antonio Rivas, Jared Vanderbilt. She's gonna trade to what Sam's trade value is, and then see if she can up trade. Is she going for top shelf, you think? Just don't get traded for a dollar bin one. You don't want to be traded for a dollar bin single. Could always go for the mystery pack too. Yeah, actually, I have it. Oh, trust me, I know already where you're going with that. That's why I kind of started going on with it. I actually haven't even looked at it yet, Jaw. Since we're talking about it real quick. I haven't even taken it out. See? I haven't even taken it out of the packaging yet. But there it is. Emmanuel Rodriguez. I don't think it was numbered. Yeah, they didn't number it. Just a refractor, but I had your name on it, so I'll get that in your stack. It's kind of fun, Greg, to where we could go with that. It'd be pretty good. Now, the funny part will be is actually if Sam kind of continues this on into the shop on Sunday. He goes, yeah, I heard you wanted some singles. Norman Powell, Mark Williams, Desmond Bain, backwards, Colin Sexton. That is 272 of 350 for the Utah Jazz. Colin Sexton going to TJ. I do have another hobby box of this stuff, so we will do we'll do another one of these next week. I'm also looking at Mosaic Fast Break because they're like $250 a box, so those are pretty reasonable. So I'm going to be looking at trying to get some Mosaic Fast Break for 24-25. Like I said, in a NASCAR box, I wanted to do. Red Parallel, Devin Carter, Destiny, Fred Van Vliet, Bam Adebayo, Aaron Neesmith, Malik Monk, Donovan Mitchell, Darren Holmes, Anton Watson for the Celtics, Kawhi Leonard, Ja, and Trae Young round you out. All right. Recap. Colin Sexton, 272 at 250. Bronny on the refractor rookie. Steven Castle, Destiny, Franz Wagner, blue. Jamal Sheed for the Raptors autograph. That is not numbered. John Morant, 33 of 50. Aaron Gordon on the negative. Justin Edwards, 127 to 199. Got Kevin, $5 break credit. Instinct, Alexander Sarr. Refractor Instinct on top of that, actually. Clyde Drexler, 7 of 150. And the Terrence Shannon Jr., number to 10, 7 of 10 for the T-Wolves. Pretty nice. You didn't get the mantle? Well, darn. So what you're telling me is that she wasn't worth a 52 mantle? I don't know. Is that what I'm hearing? All right. We're doing football next. All right. Here come the megas. Here's your megas. Here come. I got served. Yikes. Was that the deal breaker? All right, here are your blasters. And here is the Luminance. I'll tell you, Elite is already starting to come down in prices. I've seen it down at $325. This stuff's gone up a little bit, but down from when it initially released. I'm not sure where the initial football product is coming out, but the next football product, I would think Mosaic Football should be coming out soon, but I checked Panini's website. I don't think there's anything football related that's really on the horizon. We typically would see Gold Standard. Let's go to the old, because Panini still has right now. There's kind of the comments right now that Panini's kind of product dumping right now. So like I said, we see Elite. I've seen these down at $325. They sold out their Illuminance, and I've seen it cheaper than that. I don't even know. It's soccer. Let's check out their coming soons here. That should be discounted. I like that product too. Let's see. Coming soon. NFL Immaculate 24. I can't believe they're coming back out with Boys of Summer again, as hard of a sale that was last time. Oh, Certified actually should be the next product coming out for NFL, which is not a bad product at all. And then Silhouette. What the heck is that? Prism Baseball, pass. Donruss. I did order megas of Donruss. So yeah, so it looks like Donruss football could be. Donruss and Certified are probably going to be our next ones on the horizon here. So we'll keep an eye out for those. Not a good sign. There's no Mosaic or anything out there yet. So it's probably going to be a little bit before we see that hit the horizon. I haven't seen anything on the schedules for that one. Don Henley? Don Henley what? All right, let me get the football uploaded here. Get this on your all's radar. All right. We're going to do a trivia $5 break credit giveaway here in just a minute. We're going to do it about something about me. And so we'll do so yes, no trivia. The way it works is you can ask me questions in the chat, but you cannot I cannot answer in anything else but yes or no. Sometimes I might be like yes and no, which means the question needs to be more specific. But you have unlimited guesses. You don't get one guess and you're out. But whoever gets it first, based on the way I see through the comment section, will get the opportunity. Will get $5 break credit. So I will make a statement, and at the end of that statement, you get to, well, you can use that to see if you can figure out what the answer to my question is. Just like the little purple crown next to my name. Huh. I didn't even know you had a see. I can't see. Oh, Boys of Summer, Don Henley. Yeah. That's kind of funny. Oh, you're the number one commenter. That's a new thing I've been seeing on YouTube. Like if you're talking the most, you get these little crowns that puts like a number one next to your name. It's kind of funny. All right. So let's get the tags in for this. Put that there. Go back to this. Just gonna put the tags in. You're afraid of clowns? It depends. Are they zombie clowns? I mean, zombie clowns are scary. TJ, Kelsey, Mark, Brandon. Mark Hudson has been crushing our breaks every time he gets the Vikings. TJ Rose, Jack. Hayden. Paul. Sam. Jaw. By the way, I have no idea what the heck was going on with me yesterday, and why I had the baseball break so goofed up on the spot pick. So I do apologize for that. But I will say I do appreciate people reaching out to me saying, "Hey, I think the post is wrong. This person was ahead of this person." You all are more than welcome to audit me and make sure that I'm doing things correctly, because it's easy for me to overlook stuff sometimes and basically have my dyslexia moment. So I really do appreciate when people reach out to me and point out an error, because I would rather see someone say something to me and get the error fixed in that moment and not go through an entire break or have somebody ticked off because I put somebody else on the spot they picked and they sent money or whatever. Like, I really appreciate when you all reach out to me when I make a mistake and let me know so I have time to go and fix it. So props to you all for doing that. Again, really, 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 really appreciate when you guys do that for me. It helps me an absolute ton. Is it Patrick on this one? No, he was in the other one. Okay. All right. We got our tags in. Okay. So we'll do the megas first. So spots 1 through 5 are each going to get megas. Spots 6 through 10 are going to get blasters for the Commanders. No kidding. We definitely all have moments. And then spot 11, which is Hayden, will get the Commanders and any NIL cards from Luminance. So pull this aside. All right. So for first spot coming up, we're going to have TJ. So these are going to be the black and green Prism Shock. You can find some of these on some secondary sites, but they want $120 for them. I was, at least last week, still able to buy these pretty readily. I really want to see some of these tie-dyes or, number to 5s or the 101 black snake skins. It is interesting. I was just noticing, though, the turbocharged and the select numbers are the ones you can get 101s of. You cannot get a 1 of 1 on the base, only to 5. Is that true on these? Yep, that's true on these too. So kind of interesting. Except I also did an audit of you, and I determined that you owe me $803,476.02. So I'll send my bank check after you send your bank check, Greg. I'm a secret auditor. All right, empty box. This is TJ's got the Commanders for this one. All right. We need to spice these selects up a little bit. We've had 2 zebras so far. We had a Brock Bowers, so that one was really good. And then we had the Kayvon Thibodeau, and then it's been quiet since then. Last break was solid. We hit a lot of our big rookies, but we didn't have any mega low numbered. I don't even think we had an autograph. Nice. Where'd you get the mega from? Was it a Target, Walmart, Ace Hardware? Where'd you get that mega from? Marvin Harrison Jr., I don't know. Maybe it's because people don't have a lot of faith in Kyler Murray. I just feel like the Cardinals don't seem to carry a lot right now in value that I thought they would. All right, here we go. Good luck. Fred Taylor, Kamani Vidal, Jordan Davis, Najee on the shock, Tyler Lockett on the shock, Roma Dunze on the select certified, Lamar, CJ, Tua, Silver, Penny Sewell, Marvin Harrison Jr. There's going right there. Target. Okay. Brock Purdy. So we shouldn't expect one then, right? Trayvon Edwards, Jahmyr Gibbs, Roma Dunze, Tyrone Tracy Jr., Chris Jones, Malik Washington, rookie shock. Carson Steele, rookie shock. Clayton Coleman, select certified. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penny Sewell, David Montgomery, Buda Baker. Marvin Mims on the shock for the Broncos. Bo Nix future. Cortland Sutton, DeMarcus Ware, Cameron Jordan, Josh Jacobs, Bo Nix on the certified. Marvin Mims, die cut silver. Xavier Worthy, shock. Devontae Adams, Ray Davis, Will Anderson Jr., George Kittle, Fuaga, Xavier Worthy again, and that's a club level shock. Nice. Brock Bowers, turbocharged, Mike Evans, and Jared Verse. I have been seeing that with the megas, although it didn't happen this time. We had been averaging almost a box, at least getting one numbered card. Of course, go figure, it didn't happen this time. Make me a liar. I'll put this one up because it was a club level. This is the highest level we can hit in this. What's up, Tanner? Nice to see you. Hey, Tanner, I posted a bunch of new stuff for eBay the other day. So your account hadn't been touched in a while, so I figured it was time to drain it a little bit more for some more eBay cards. Speaking of cards, Chris Thomas, I gave him a number for that Caleb Williams silver die cut, and I told him to reach out to you. I think he is interested in moving it, so over to you guys to figure that out. It wasn't as valuable as I thought it would be, but maybe it was because it was the Concourse silver. All right, so no Commanders for TJ on that one. Now we got Kelsey. Just going to triple check to make sure I didn't overlook the Commanders. The trouble is with the Commanders, which is actually one of the reasons I'm really happy we do them as a giveaway team, is because if you actually look at the checklist and how many cards the Commanders have on these products, it's actually extremely low. They're probably one of the worst hit teams in this product. All right. Empty box. Kelsey now has the Commanders for this box. Okay. Sounded. I actually got a case hit Jacob Wilson Fanatical Topps Chrome card. So I just put that up last night. All right. I can proudly say that I, after 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe? 2 or 3, I don't know. Right now I am sitting at 20 pounds down on my weight from when I started trying to do this Mediterranean diet. I will say the hardest thing about the Mediterranean diet and doing these diets is being out. When I'm out and with the kids or we're going somewhere, like tomorrow, we got to go up to Sterling. It is really hard to find places to eat stuff, and it's really easy to want to default to the stuff that I'm used to eating or that I like to eat and end up, going, nope, I can't have that. I got to have this. I appreciate it. I still got a long way to go. So I hit as high as 250 and I'm 6 foot. I don't feel like I show dramatically like I'm overweight, but obviously my liver told me otherwise. But like I kind of feel it, and so I know if I can get down in those teens and like back in the singles, like 2 O's, I will definitely feel a lot better. But I gotta get the exercise aspect up a little bit more now. Marquise Brown, Dak Prescott, Tyreek Woolen, Rome Odunze on the shock, J.K. Dobbins, Chris Olave numbers, Arik Armstead, Fashanu, J.J. McCarthy for the Vikings. Nice. George Kittle, Silver Die Cut, David Montgomery, shock, Brock Purdy, turbocharged, C.J. Mosley, Derek Stingley Jr., Sam Darnold, Tip Riemann, Kyrie Alam, Penny Sewell, Alex Alonzo. You doing 127? Which is really weird because if you were here earlier, Tanner, that number actually hit already tonight. It hit in the NBA break. Do you like my streaming banner below here? That it can tell you all the information about what's going on tonight. I'm actually pretty excited about it. Dallas Turner, Roquan Smith, Brett Favre, Tyler Guyton. Oh, very nice for the Broncos. Bo Nix, black and green shock. Yeah, Kevin said it just came to him. Well, that's the thing I've noticed too, Kevin, is like, depending on my activity level, my weight will definitely fluctuate around a couple of pounds. I've consistently noticed that from just going to bed to when I go, from when I wake up in the morning, you're 14, Brandon? Okay. I got you down now. I use about, I lose pretty much on average 3 pounds in the course of sleeping at night. And so, like, if I weigh 234, I'm pretty certain I'm going to be about 231 in the morning. And that's been kind of nice. But yeah, I agree. It's like you can kind of tell in a day where you feel like if you ate a little bit more, maybe eat some things that were not as good, you're like, I'm going to feel this a little bit. It's so easy to just put it back. I hate that part. Come on, Jimmy. There we go. Jimmy Graham, shock. Malik Neighbor, select certified. Zeke, JJ McCarthy, Joe Burrow, Theo Johnson, Earl Campbell, Taylor Rapp, Silver, Debo Samuel, shock. CJ Stroud, Breece Hall, Caleb Williams on the concourse, Joe Alt, Josh Jacobs, shock. Brian Burns, shock. Drake May, turbocharge, nice. Trey Hendrickson and Keenan Coleman. You can definitely tell your metabolism changes, and like when you're down on energy, like I wake up, I'm just damn tired all the time. Yeah, and like the big thing that I keep getting told is everywhere that I have sugar cravings, I have to basically substitute protein. My nutritionist, doctor, therapist, and he said anytime I eat anything that has sugar in it, he said make sure that I eat something with protein. He's like, eat a stick of cheese, eat some yogurt. He's like, but make sure you're more protein heavy because I guess your body works harder to process the protein into energy than it does the sugar. So he kind of explained to me basically what was kind of going on. So no Commanders there for Kelsey. Mark Hudson is up for the Commanders. Oh, God, yes. Well, and so that the timing of eating has also been a big thing I've been doing too. All right, Mr. Hudson has the Commanders for this box. I'm gonna triple check, make sure I do not have any Commanders. Energy drinks were one of my biggest problems. Yeah, that's it. Protein slows down sugar and glucose. Why? Is the rest of the town out of power right now? No Commanders for Kelsey there. Really? Interesting. I actually had my window cracked open. Never heard it. I would have thought I would have heard something squeal, but maybe it was further down. It probably was. I wonder if it's further up the road, like past the dump and stuff. Yeah, so I was up to Monsters, which was, I would be drinking like the zero sugar Monsters or the juice Monsters, but I was up to 1 or 2 Monsters a day. And so so it's like people who come around the corner and then just gotcha. All right. I see which one you're talking about. Probably was that guy because it's been dead quiet on our road hunt since that guy came through. Like all I hear is crickets outside. So now I hear the emergency vehicles. Must have just hit it then. That's bad. Ah, the same Pope, I say. Oh, very nice. All right, we got Mark Hudson has this one for the Commanders here. Malik Washington, Justin Herbert, red, and these are, by since these are the typical Walmart boxes, these are red and black shock. Isaiah Likely, Jared Goff, Xavier Rhodes, that should be numbered. 69 of 249, Xavier Rhodes for the Vikings. Mr. Hudson. Oh, maybe I literally just heard an emergency vehicle. Maybe it was on the TV. Could have been the TV. We had a car that was actually completely flipped outside of our street here. There's a kid who was hammered, came around the corner wrong. Yeah, that's a lot of caffeine. So my problem was there we go. Tyler Lockett, Howie Long, Mika Fitzpatrick. Ooh, there's a nice one right there. Concourse, Michael Penix Jr. for the Falcons, going to Mark Hudson. Told you, everything Mark's got in our groups, he's freaking kills us on the football there. Nice hit, Mark, for the Falcons. Michael Penix, silver die cut. Very nice. Focus. There we go. A.J. Brown, shock. Will Anderson Jr., Malik Neighbors, Carson Steele, Nico Collins, Darnell Mooney, A.J. Brown, Darnell Mooney again, A.J. Barner, Lad McConkey, Xavier Worthy, Jordan Davis, Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins, Bucky Irving, shock. Nice club level. Bijan numbers, Jabril Peppers, Isaiah Likely, Tua, Fred Taylor, Kamir Vidal, Pat Freiermuth, David Njoku. Is that numbered as well? Oh, thought it would be. Justin Herbert, AJ Barner, Chris Jones, CJ Stroud, Malik Neighbors, shock. Nice. Philip Rivers, Aiden Hutchinson, Alexander Madison, and Njoku. Still no Commanders. You know, I thought I would be too, Thomas. It was more the hunger that was bothering me more. I was struggling with just being hungry more often. So I didn't just cold turkey the sugar. I cut out all the Monsters. So the long story short is my liver is basically inflamed and has a moderate but not severe amount of fat stored in it, which your liver should not have any fat in it whatsoever. And basically what they were saying was that I had become so addicted and dependent on sugar, especially for energy purposes, that basically my body would go into complete, not like tweaking for sugar, but just like withdrawal from sugar. Like I would just get really, really tired. But when I would eat things that had fat or protein in it, basically my body didn't know how to use it because it was so trained to just use sugar all the time that it was. This box got Brandon Caldwell's got the Commanders. That basically it would just ignore the fat and the sugar, and so the problem was then is it ran out of spots to put the fat, which is then why it stored in my liver. And so unless I cut the sugar out, it was going to get worse. And then I was going to get fibrosis and like I was going to be in a real bad way because my medication already causes my liver to work really hard already. So they said what I had to do was basically train my body to use protein for a food source. But like I switched to coffee. I still put a creamer in it that has a flavor in it because if I am desperate for caffeine, I will drink coffee black. I will drink espresso black. I will hate the taste of it. I can't stand the taste of it, but I will do it for the energy. And I do it just so I can like get through whatever it is and just suck it up. But I will put like a creamer. Just try to put one that's got like less sugar concentration. I've been using the Chobani ones. Yeah, so I kind of committed to like just going full force into it. And I found that so black coffee is actually supposedly good for you. And I found that because I just committed to mentally doing the coffee aspect of it, especially for like mornings, it helped a lot steer away what would have been the bad of like the caffeine and sugar withdrawals of not having the monsters. I think more with the monsters that got me was when I drink stuff, Lisa can attest to it. I pretty much just pound something. Like it just goes down as fast as when I have it. The only thing that slows me down when I drink something is fizz, so like carbonation, or heat. An extreme cold, but even that sometimes doesn't do it much. But fizz and heat are the only things that slows me down to drink stuff. And so the thing about some of the monsters is they had that fizz, so I felt like I could stretch it more out during the day. But I loved the sugar taste of it too. And so when I committed to the coffee and realized I was doing it more for the energy, I haven't needed it as much, and I'm down to like one coffee a day. A Saucon? I've never pulled a Saucon. I don't even know what that is. No, because so the thing about it is, Tanner, I've committed more to the fact that I need to just cut soda out because aspartame can be bad. Like the only sugar that we've talked about me trying the supplemental sugar would be stevia. But I've just felt like if I go into a different aspect like that, then it's going to be like I've pretty much only been with on a rare occasion of soda when I was desperate for, I was just thirsty and it was only play. So yeah, we took care of that. So it is the mental fight. It is the mental that'll get you. And like I had to mentally, I've basically been water and it's just been water and coffee for me. And it gets hard. Stirs do really well to add flavor, to change it up. Stirs have been great. That's what's kind of helped me not just make it just everything be bland. Rashad White. All right, so I said Brandon Caldwell's got this one. Rashad White, Hafagana, Bucky Irving, rookie, Jordan Davis, Darnell Savage. Dallas Turner, Vikings. Jared Goff. Justin Fields. Brock Bowers. Malik Washington on the die-cut silver. Kamani Vidal. There's our first commander. Going to Brandon Caldwell. Jaden Daniels numbers. Brandon's got the first commander of the night. Honey's actually something I've used a lot for oatmeal on sourdough bread in the morning as a breakfast. I've used honey more. I've been trying to get more of the natural honey, the local natural honey. Jake Matthews, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Harrison Smith, Cedric Tillman, Fred Taylor, Pat Freeman. This is going to be numbered. Oh. How is that not numbered? This card seriously looks like it should be numbered, but I guess it's not. The espresso, I put espresso in coffee, and that's helped out. I actually just bought a bunch of espresso pods from Nespresso. Jared Goff, Derek Stingley Jr., Will Rashad, Kyle Hamilton, Tua Tagovailoa, Cortland Sutton, Will Anderson Jr., Anthony Gould, Ark Armstead, DeMarcus Lawrence, Amari Cooper, Jahan Dotson, Silver, Jake Matthews, Brian Branch, Lad McConkey, Roquan Smith, Xavier Worthy, Rusal Douglas, CJ Stroud, Shock, Mike Evans, Bijan, Denzel Ward, and a JJ. Yeah, I've had to go to the coffees when I get wiped out as well. I concur on that sentiment. At the end of work, actually, it's probably a good thing at the end of work they don't have creamer of it readily available. It's not like a public creamer to use. All right, Tanner's going to get the last mega box. And so a lot of times I have to deal with just the black coffee, and it helps a ton. Like, it does definitely wake me up a lot more, as much as I can't stand it. It's like, have you guys heard of ice baths before workouts? Apparently that's a thing. Empty box. Tanner's got this one for the Commanders. So apparently people, what they do is, I mean, the whole reason I'm drinking the coffee is because I want it to wake me up. I'm not drinking it necessarily because I'm like enjoying the flavor of it. I just want the darn thing to wake my butt up so I can actually have energy to go do things. But people before a workout, they would go get into like a freezing ice cold bath. I'm assuming it's like a 40-degree ice bath. And they would sit in it for a couple minutes, and basically it would get all of their adrenaline in their body going, and then they would go do workouts. And they say it sucks and it's terrible, but it makes everything, gets them going. I'm like, I don't know if I could stand an ice cold shower to wake myself up in the morning. I don't know if I could torture myself like that. It's worse when I'm just sitting at a desk all day. I don't feel the need for the coffee as much when I'm like on the weekends and stuff, like today, although I did have one before the breaks. Well, and I feel like the water has been doing stuff for me, right? Yeah, but yeah, I think the coffee's at least helped me. I feel like I haven't dragged as hard from it, but you're right. It could be more mental. All right. Tanner's got Commanders. Everyone else got their teams. Chase Brown, Kareem Hunt, Chris Jones, Jordan Love, Justin Herbert, Orange, DeMarcus Lawrence, 245 of 499 for the Cowboys. That makes sense, Tanner. I didn't know the exact science behind it. Because lactic acid, isn't that basically what drags your muscles down? I know there's something that will get in your muscles, and basically it's kind of like where they get tired. Breece Hall, Jared Goff, Amon Sauce Gardner, Buda Baker, Tyrone Tracy. I'm going to sleeve that one because that one could be really good. Aiden Hutchinson, Staubach, Coleman, Ferguson, Rush, David, Roma Dunze, Shock, Marvin Harrison Jr. Shock. That's actually a nice picture of Shock. Bucky Irving, Taylor Rapp, DeMar and Overshoot. So that's like why people like end the games, they sit in ice baths and stuff. Van Ginkel, Montgomery, Brock Purdy, Xavier Worthy numbers, CJ Stroud, Christian Watson, Mike Sandstrill. It's one for Tanner. Patty Mahomes, Rico Dowell, Marvin Harrison Jr. Silver, nice. On the few die cuts they did do. Who am I kicking? I'm going to kick the neighbors out. All right. Fred Warner. Marvin Harrison Jr. again. Turbocharged. Marshawn Lattimore. Another one for Tanner. Stephon Diggs. Dexter Lawrence. Penny Sewell. Tyler Lockett. Xavier Worthy and Kenneth Walker III and Brock Purdy. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Me, it's just everything just feels like time is just moving too fast and I can't keep up. Like I need time on the days that I have stuff to do to move slower and time on the days that I don't want to do stuff. No big ones. I mean, we've had some shock CJ Strouds. Packers, not really any Packers to speak of at the moment. Unfortunately, you're mega missed Kelsey. Kelsey, I do have the blasters in for Topps Chrome, and you do have one that you won in the mini. So, do you want that shipped or do you want that ripped live? Because if you want it ripped live, we could do it at the end of the baseball Topps Chrome break if you wanted. All right, up to you. Yeah, the desk job, it used to not be quite as much of a desk job, but now it is. I keep hearing people using them, and I never quite understood. I always thought an inversion table was to do sit-ups, to hang yourself by your feet and do sit-ups. All right, Brad's got two blasters, 6 and 7, so we're just going to go ahead and rip his two. Oh, yeah, I never did the trivia code. You want shipped? Okay. All right, I'll just have it shipped. I'll ship it with your next break stack. Empty box. I didn't do the question. That's right. All right. I got totally sidetracked by some things. All right, let's do a question. Trivia question for $5 break credit. We're doing yes, no questions. You haven't missed anything, Greg, because I haven't said it yet. You can only ask questions in the comments that are yes, no questions. You can't ask me what name was the person. You could say, was the name of the first name start with an F? You could say something like that. Or does their hair, are they bald? You can ask those kind of questions. Only things where I can say yes or no. So we'll do the first trivia question. And you can, like I said, unlimited guesses on who you think it is. But you cannot, yeah, I pretty much said everything. All right. The trivia question is, and it's based on whoever I see with the correct answer first in the comment section. I do have actually a timer. It does show me when the comments come in down to the second. So I will see who has it first. And if I have something, if I have a bunch of people answer within a minute, then I'll probably have multiple people win. So the question is, as I'm ripping 2 boxes, since Brad had 2 boxes in a row here, what player was my first autograph that I ever received? What player was the first autograph that I ever received? So you can answer yes, no question. I can answer yes, no questions. And that is all I can tell you. And then you can guess who you want. And someone's probably going to get lucky and just going to guess the player right out of the gate and be like, well, that was it. Dang. Did he play baseball? Yes. No, it is not Yogi Berra. And I will announce who people are saying. No, it is not Don Mattingly. Actually, Don Mattingly took me an eternity to get his autograph. Was it a Yankee? No, it was not a Yankee. No, it was not Phil Simms because he doesn't play baseball. It is not Don Mattingly. No, he did not play for the Yankees. All right. Here we go. I'm going to run through Brad's boxes for the Commanders and everyone else for their teams. Lavonte David, Jared Goff, Fashanu, Chris Long, Jake Ferguson, Cooper Rush, Anthony Richardson, future, Lamar Jackson shock. These are yellow and green shocks. Is he an old school player? You're going to have to be more specific on that. Did he play for an AL team? Yes. No, it was not a Brave. No, it was not a Philly. Lamar Jackson, Andrew Van Ginkel. Oh, I didn't expect that. Zebra. Was it an Oriole? No. Taylor Rapp for the Buffalo Bills. That one's going to Brad. Zebra. Oh, that's 3 zebras this year. That one crept up on me. I didn't expect that one coming. All right, we're going to move this Jaden Daniels. Brandon, I'm going to put this in your stack bag. 1 zebra tonight. Hey, we'll take it. Was he a Padre? No. Brandon Caldwell. Was it an East Coast team? Is he in the Hall of Fame? Yes, he is in the Hall of Fame. Pretty sure he's in the Hall of Fame. Was it a Blue Jay player? I don't know if I can answer that question, Tanner, with the yes, no. Was not a Blue Jay player. Real Richard, Malik Willis, Rico Dowdle, Demara and Overshone, Jim Tomei, no. Jonathan Brooks, Jared Goff, Mike Sandstrell, it's one for Brad, Patrick Mahomes, CJ Stroud, Marvin Harrison Jr. on the shock again. Very nice. Stephon Diggs, Dexter Lawrence, Barry Sanders, Jalen Hurts, Tua, Fred Taylor, Greg Rousseau, Roquan Smith, Gary Carter, no. Ted Williams, no. I can't really answer the East Coast team because it depends. I don't know what you define as East Coast. Was he a pitcher? No. CJ Stroud, Bo Nix silver die cut. Nice. Another silver die cut card. The Broncos. David Justice, no. Did he play for multiple teams? No. Telling my son, no. Bo Nix silver die cut. Nice. Then Nakobe Dean, that is 407 of 499. Is the team off the Atlantic coast? No. Kobe Dean for the Eagles. It is not a Cubs player. It's not Robin Yount. I have to check about the AL Central question. Yes. To AL Central. Is he alive? Yes. So maybe it was Hun then, the guy that was popping his motor like crazy. Who knows? Oh no, you said 818, so yeah, that wouldn't have worked. TJ got it. TJ Wilson with the correct answer. TJ Wilson has the correct answer. All right, I'm going to finish this stack and then I'll do another question. JJ McCarthy, Tyrone Tracy, Chris Jones, Keenan Coleman, Penny Sewell. TJ Wilson got the correct answer. It is Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas is the first autograph that I ever got as a kid. First autograph I ever owned. David Montgomery, Roma Dunze, Fred Warner, Breece Hall, Bo Nix base, Penny Sewell by the numbers, Devontae Adams, Keenan Coleman, Cameron Jordan, Josh Jacobs, Brock Bowers, and Bo Nix shock. Nice. We've got a lot of Bo Nix shocks tonight. It was a big hurt. You know, Sega Genesis video game that he... Yeah, those. Normally, I think I saw one Brian Thomas. We might have just kind of buzzed by it, but we haven't had a lot of Bobby Valentine, Matt Noakes from a card show. That's cool. I actually can show you guys. I can show you the autograph, actually. It was this or a picture I had. Frank Thomas picture. Oh, it's in the... I know where it is. This is the first ever on-card autograph. I pulled. That's it right there. I had a picture, I think, signed him, but this is the very first card autograph that I ever got. I never went and had it authenticated. It could be a fake. I don't know. I have his baseball. I have his autograph on a jersey. I have his autograph on. Did I have an autograph on a jersey? Yeah, I do. Hot off Bobby. And I have the autograph on a picture. But that's the first card. Oh yeah, Bo Nix has been crushing our breaks. All right. Yeah. Trust me, I hear about it all the time on the eugenics stuff. I keep seeing those ads. Eugenics Total T. Trying to think. I gotta think of another question to do here. All right, we're gonna go on. Next set is TJ has the Commanders. Oh, that's cool. Misprint Favre on Atlanta. All right, here we go. TJ. Let's see. Nice, Kelsey. Empty box. I'm trying to think of another good trivia question or something I have. I'd say, guess what I do for a living, but I say I can't. You never guess it because I'll never say. And also, I don't even know what I do. Got a relic card in this pack. Yep, I did. So you got cards from that. I do remember Matt Noakes. That's what happens to a lot of people, right? You get one big hit, and then you just start pouring your money into trying to get that next big hit. It's that rush, right? Honestly, it's one of the reasons why I started doing breaking, because the rush of opening the packs and pulling that big hit card was intense, and I enjoyed it, and it was fun. And I hated the fact of a box going and I'm not knowing what's inside the box. I've always been that kid going, the box, what's inside the box? What's in the box? How would we guess your social security? Dude, when I was in college, our social security number for the first 2 years was our college ID number. And we used to pass that thing around like crazy. I mean, it was like common knowledge. That's actually how I learned my social security number, was from college. Marquise Brown, Dak Prescott, Jerry Jeudy, Silver, Breece Hall, Fashanu, JJ McCarthy. I was talking to myself, like, we could do guess what my major was in college, but the problem is Brian Tanner already knows it. So it'd be he couldn't play. Patrick Mahomes, Tyler Lockett. I think some people actually already do know. Tip Riemann, Khair Alam, DeMarcus Lawrence, Keenan Coleman, Tyler Guyton, Sam Darnold, Lamar Jackson, Tyler Rapp, Brett Favre. Oh! How about that? Boom! Jaden Daniels, patch. Round 1, pick 2. Going to TJ. Nice hit, TJ. Brian, are you? Please tell me you're talking about Daniel. Nice Jaden Daniels patch card there. After I say game event, not a surprise, but nice Jaden Daniels patch card, TJ. CJ Stroud, Joey Bosa. Oh, actually, though, you guys just give me an idea. Theo Johnson, Earl Campbell, Sam Hubbard, Christian Watson. All right, I got a next trivia question. So we guessed who my first autograph is. The next question is, guess who's my first autograph that I got, major sport athlete that I got in person. Guess whose autograph was the first autograph I got who was a major athlete in person? And it's yes, no questions. So you guys can go. I don't know if I have it anywhere. It might be in my safe. Might have to go get it. Yeah. Daniel's underwater basket weaving. All right, Brad's got the Commanders for this box. No, it's not baseball. No, it's not Rusty Wallace. That's going to throw you off already. Boomer, no. Yogi Berra, no, I wish. Is he alive? I think so. Let me check. Yes, he's still alive. No, he is not wrestling. No, he is not a Yankee. No, he is not a NASCAR driver. No, he is not a football player. There's a fun story that goes to it as well. We have another zebra. We're gonna save that till the end. Stop trying to review it. Reveal it. NBA. No. Not NBA. Yes, he is an athlete. No, he is not an actor as far as I know. He's not Muhammad Ali. Damn, that would have been a hell of a meet and greet. Yes. He is a hockey player. All right. Brad has the Commanders. Everyone else has there. Bucky Irving, Ivan Pace Jr., Daniel Hunter. No, it is not Ali. Will Levis, Rashad White, Ha Fwanga. Damn, Thomas. Thomas got it right out of the gate. Did I tell you it already? Mark Messier. Thomas Iams got it. Thomas gets the $5 break cut. I know YouTube lags, so I have to give Brian Tanner a credit as well because I know YouTube lags behind Facebook. So Brian Tanner also gets a credit. It is Mark Messier. I figured a lot of people were going to guess Gretzky. I wasn't sure how many people were going to remember Messier. Silver, Ricky Pearsall Jr., nice for the 49ers. Kirby Joseph, Justin Fields, Brock Bowers base. Josh Allen, Marvin Mims, shock. Aaron Rodgers, shock. Patty Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Marvin Harrison Smith, J.K. Dobbins, Will Rashad, Kyle Hamilton, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Jahmyr Gibbs. And then we'll see the zebra. Yeah, okay, I went through all those already. Just making sure. All right, nice Pearsall. All right, let's take a look at this zebra, and then I'll tell you the story about how I got Mark Messier's autograph. I was very young. He signed a notebook piece of paper for me. Technically, I got Brian Leach and Mike Richter's autograph before his, but I would say in the magnitude of like athlete famousness and everything, I would put Messier above all those guys by a lot. All right. Here is your zebra. Let's see, what kind is it going to be? All right. It's going to be a premier level. So we should get the team first here. Team is going to be it's a Bill. Okay. That's 2 Bill zebras we've pulled. Interesting. Okay, if we pulled the same guy, I'm going to have some serious questions here. Is it a rookie? No. It's not the same Bill. Be a Josh Allen. Be a Josh Allen. That's not Josh Allen. James Cook, zebra for the Bills. Nice one. Bills hit 2 zebras. Yeah, I can't remember the last time we've hit 2 zebras in a break. Very nice. Back-to-back zebras for the Bills. Dallas sidekicks. Interesting. So the Rangers used to. So I used to live in Vermont, and the Rangers used to use Gutterson Fieldhouse at University of Vermont as their winter training camp, or just their training camp. So Messier, Mike Richter, and the whole team were up in Vermont. Actually, ironically, Wayne Gretzky at one point when he joined the. Well, that's cool. About pulling a Cook rookie. First I said Bears. It had the B. So actually, when Gretzky joined the Rangers, they actually were still training up in Vermont. Never found him though. All right, last blaster box is going to Jack Griffin. So we went and saw one of the training camp days and watched them skate around. And then training camp is over. So me, like a bunch of other kids, stood outside the locker room exit door, and there was a guy who was like the security guy, and he, we're all out there like, is Messier still in there? Is Messier still in there? And he's like, yep, he's still in there. He's still in there. And Brian Leach and Mike Richter actually came out the door and signed a bunch of autographs. Mike Richter, by the way, one of the coolest dudes. The dude brought a box out with his own pen, and he came out and had every intention of signing autographs for people and staying there. Mike Richter was freaking awesome. Great goalie, too. So then my dad happened to see the backup goalie for the Rangers starting to walk in the parking lot. He slipped out another door. And so my dad was trying to get me to go chase him down. And the guy got so far away from me, I was like, I don't want to my dad just wanted me to get every autograph I could. And I didn't really care that much about the backup goalie for the Rangers because I was afraid I was going to miss Messier. But because he had me go chase the backup goalie, I turned around. And so we were in more like the side to back part of Gutterson Fieldhouse. And you think of it as basically a big college hockey rink kind of area, but not like D1, like D3 kind of level in a sense. But that's just how not big it is. I turned around, I look at the front door, and there's a couple people and kind of a commotion around somebody coming out the front door. So I run up and I go to it, and it's Mark Messier. And so I give him my notebook to sign, and he just signs it, Mark, M-A-R-K. Nothing crazy. But I got Mark Messier's autograph, which was pretty cool as a kid. I was super happy about it. I cut out the autographs, and I put it on a little piece of cardboard and hung it in my room. It was like my claim to fame for forever. George Kittle, Cameron Jordan, Ladd McConkey, Xavier Legette, Kamira Lassiter, Will Anderson Jr., Riley Moss, Silver, Brian Thomas Jr. There you go. Speak of the man. Ivan Pace Jr., Joe Anderson, Lamar Jackson, Michael Penix. Nice for the Falcons. Mark Hudson. Very nice. Very nice. We'll put that one up here on the board. We're going to kick you out. Nice Penix. We're going to kick a lot of these out here soon for Luminance. Wafagana, Bucky Irving, Braylon Allen, Nakobe Dean, Brock Bowers, Rashad White, Dak Prescott, CJ Stroud, Justin Fields, Relic, Roman Wilson, Sam Alton, literally asking about me not that long ago for a Roman Wilson, if I had any Roman Wilsons. Buffalo in a couple weeks? Nice. You going to go watch one of the preseason games? Roman Wilson. Okay, behind that one. Ethan. Because it wasn't me. Braylon Allen, Brock Bowers. What the hell did he even eat? Brock Bowers, shock. I don't even know what he ate. He must have grabbed a bar because I put him at a bar to sit at the table, and he must have taken it and ran over to the couch. Sam Alton, Tanner, is the person who was asking for it. All right. No Commanders. Man, we were Commander light on that break for those select boxes. But all right. Tomato sauce. Unless it was juice, but I was pretty certain that I had not given him any red juice today. Trying to think what would be red. All right, here we go. Luminance. Hayden has the Commanders for yeah, I don't know, hon. Ethan would be the only one, but Ethan was sitting on the love seat too. And Aiden had not been eating on the couch. I mean, Ethan put a lot of stuff on the floor. Threw everything on the floor. All right, so Hayden has the Commander / any NIL cards for Luminance. Everyone else still has their teams. Empty box. All right, that's definitely the Relic card. Let's just start with the Relic. All right, here comes out Luminance. It's been a very nice product, Luminance. Looks really good. I like this Joe Burrow card. It's nice. Shit. I doubt it. I mean, are you surprised? You knew Ethan was going to be the one that did it. Or one of the kids was. Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, Johnson, Justin Jefferson. Behind that is going to be Bijan Robinson. That is 263 of 299. And Dak Prescott is going to be your Beacons. Yeah, Beacons patch. This one for now, but that's going to come down here in a second. Did it do it? Oops, I'm stuck right here. Did y'all see that Micah Parsons requested a trade from the Cowboys? Apparently, there's a statement out there that says he wants to play with Abdul Carter on the Giants. I'll take it. I'll take Micah Parsons on the Giants. Dak Prescott, Beacons, not numbered. CeeDee Lamb, Vestige, James? Jordan James for the 49ers. I could not figure out who that was. Warren, because it's the college players. Warren, Tyler Warren. Umamana Len for the Panthers. And a kid reporter. That did not go in the trash can. All right, pack 2. So up Topps Chrome Hobby after this. Chase Brown. Chuba Hubbard. Dan the Man Marino. CJ Stroud. And we have a Shimmer Speckles Stripper Glitter, as Twuz would say. It is going to the Chicago Bears rookie. Wrong year. Can I get a focus? Thank you. That is going to be Burden the Third. 32. Nope, no one picked 32. 32 of 50. Going to Tanner, I think. Yes. Going to Tanner. 32 of 50. Burden the Third. And the autograph going to the New York Giants. Scattaboo? Is it Scattaboo? Scattaboo. Collins. 680 of 700. Burden the Third. Luther Burden the Third. Collins for the Giants is Bo Collins. I think he got hurt, just got hurt too. I could be wrong. I thought Bo Collins just made a list that he got hurt. All right, taking the Bijan down. I mean, isn't that what every player wants to do? Is they want to go to contender, get a ring, and then get paid? I mean, that's basically what Tyreek Hill did. I mean, I hate saying it, but it's one of the reasons why I like NASCAR, because your performance matters every year. Tyreek Hill just kind of seems like he can just throw it in at this point. He got his ring. Savage, Saquon Barkley. I almost sometimes wonder if they want to get paid by a team that's not that good because they got their ring already, because then no one will blame them for the reason why the team is a failure. Hey, is that Travis Hunter? Hey, Brandon! Travis Hunter! Hell of a card, too. Check that card out. Now, the question is, was he a wide receiver or a cornerback in that picture? Was that an interception or was that a play? That's a hell of a picture. That's a sweet picture there, Brandon. Hey, if the dude can mow people over, I don't care. I would rather have a slow running back you can't take down than a fast running back that's going to get smoked in the first couple of weeks. First big new rookie right there. Amos for the Commanders and Neal. Who is it against? I don't know. If you can tell whose emblem that is, I can't tell whose emblem that is. It's a cool picture either way. Oh, so it was a pick then. That's kind of cool. That actually makes it cooler that it's a defensive play. All right, we got Bo Nix. I actually really like the photography. Some of the pictures they chose on this are really nice. Something cool back there. Singletary, Shakir, Morrison for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 20. Nope, I won't pick 20. 20 of 100. Got one for the Raiders here. Is this going to be an Ashton Genty? Is it a Genty? Is it a Genty? Is it a Genty? It is not. Wilson to 199. 34. Josh, so close. Had 35 as his guess. And then the autograph. Can I get a focus? Focus. Autograph for the Los Angeles Rams. Why do I think it's going to be Blake Corum? Nope. Kyrene Williams. 52 of 100. And a Fusion Justin Jefferson. That's a cool card for the Vikings. Mark Hudson. Nice. Nice Kyrene Williams for the Rams. It's been a while since we've actually hit a decent Rams card. Going to Dennis. Fusion for that. That's a cool card. That Fusion card's really... I don't know if that's a case hit type card or not. I'm trying to look. Where did the sleeve go? Sleeve must have fallen. I'll look when I have a chance. Can't find the sleeve. That's cool. I like that one. Sorry, the Hunter's going to go to the side. That Fusion's cool. I like that Fusion. The one thing people have been constantly saying is that Topps does the base cards really well, but does not just the case hit level stuff. They're just has not caught on with their things. All right. And then the back side of these cards are the rookies. Shogu. That is Kenneth Grant. And not Shador. That is Raheem Sanders for the Chargers. Yeah, Mark, I like that card. That card's nice. That's real nice. All right, last pack of Luminance here. Thank you for getting in the football break. We'll have an NFL Elite with a little bit of Select mixed in for Monday. That's what my plan currently is. I am going to try and buy some more Luminance because Luminance, I think Luminance right now has been the best out of all of them so far. HM, Josh Allen, Franklin, Smith, Umanilin. That is for the Panthers. 30. Nope, no, not 30. Of 249. And then the Commanders is the auto. We know it's not Jaden Daniels. I don't even know who this could be. Lane, 410 out of 700. The Max Crosby behind. This is Jalen Lane, rookie for the Commanders. That will go to Hayden. finishing this off, we've got an engaged Max Crosby, Kiner, Corey Kiner, Ewers, Quinn Ewers, and Stewart. Shamar Stewart for the Bengals. That's going to round it out for football. That was a pretty solid break. A lot of good cards in that break. Trying to see if Fusion is a case hit card or not. There it is. It's way down there. Trying to knock everything over. There it goes. One more couple things over. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to look for the ultra rare. Nope. Animation, luminosity, and more. So Fusion is apparently not. Oops, I knocked the. Sorry about that. Does Fusion get numbered? Yeah, so there's Fusions that come numbered too, so I don't think this one's numbered at all. It's damn cool, though. It's a really cool card. It's not numbered, but I like that one. That's a nice looking card. All right. Let's do the recap. And then we're going to move on to Topps Chrome Baseball. All right. We've got Morrison to 100 for the Buccaneers. Wilson for the Raiders to 199. Travis Hunter for Jaguars. Michael Penix Jr. Silver die cut rookie concourse. Silver die cut Bo Nix concourse. Bijan Robinson to 299. Dak Prescott Beacons relic. Xavier Rhodes to 249. Brock Bowers shock. Marvin Harrison silver die cut premier level. DeMarcus Lawrence to 499. Brock Bowers base concourse. Ricky Pearsall silver die cut premier level. JJ McCarthy base concourse. Marvin Harrison Jr. shock premier level. JJ premier level. Bo Nix concourse. Bo Nix shock concourse. Nakobe Dean to 499. Xavier Worthy shock club level. Tyrone Tracy shock concourse level. Adunze shock concourse level. Harrison club level. Premier level shock. Neighbors concourse shock. JJ premier level base. Neighbors club level base. Bucky Irving club level shock. Rome Adunze shock concourse level. JJ concourse. JJ premier. Caleb concourse. Drake May turbocharge. Marvin Harrison shock concourse level. Bo Nix future. Bo Nix base concourse. Xavier Worthy shock premier level. And Umanenamelen. I felt like a Sonic player out of like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Kalima, 499 for the Umanenamelen. And then a Lane for the Commanders to 700 auto. Fusion for Justin Jefferson for the Vikings. Jaden Daniels patch. That one was going to TJ. Roman Wilson patch for the Steelers. Our stand cards. Burden the third to 50 for the Bears. Bo Nix shock concourse level. Collins for the Giants to 700 auto. Michael Penix shock premier level. Kyrene Williams, which is a pretty solid autograph, 52 of 100. That was a nice one. And we got one but two zebras tonight, both for the Bills. Two zebras tonight. Taylor Rapp and James Cook, both on the premier level. Very nice. All right. Give me a few minutes. I will set up. We'll go to Topps Chrome. Two hobbies. Thought we'd mix it up, try to do some two hobbies. We'll probably go back for Topps Chrome next week and go back to do some single hobbies at the $30 spot. PYTs. And probably keep the jumbos at the the pay-by team. All right. These, give me a quick second. I just need to refresh my cup here. All right, I'm back. All right, Topps Chrome. This is product, I tell you, I watched a bunch of breaks of this. It's a very hit or miss product, it seems like. You can absolutely destroy this product and do major hits with it, or you can just get smoked on this product. Well, I couldn't tell you what's the right and wrong way to go with this product, because I think there are a couple sleeper teams in this one. I think the Braves are a sleeper team. I think the Phillies are a sleeper team. I think they have a lot of good hits, and most of the breaks are very inexpensive for those teams. Those are the ones I would probably say are worth going after, because they have a lot of players on it that really hit very well. All right, all right. I said we were going to duck race the Dodgers. So we have 4 people that can get the Dodgers. So we're going to go for top 4. We'll get the Dodgers out of this one. So let's duck race it. All right. Full screen. Let me change this over. Duck race. Share. Do this. Close. All right. We'll do the standard 1-minute duck race. All right, there's all the names. I'm going to get rid of the Dodgers one out of there because that's the giveaway team, and they can't actually win. All right. All right, so we're going to duck race 1 minute. Move this over. All right. Let me tag everybody before I do this. Forgot I need to do the tags. All right, let me tag these folks. Thomas, Sean, Patrick. Oh, wrong one. Greg, Frankie, Rich, Mark, AJ, Dennis, Matt, Chris. All right, now I got the tags in. All right, I just want to make sure I got the tags in there. All right, so we're going to duck race. Top 4 are going to get the Dodgers in these. All right, the field is set. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and they're off. I can have a sip of my drink while I'm duck racing. It's getting parched. All right, we got a 3-way tie at first there. Micah, AJ, and Andrew were out in front, but now Brian Tanner and Business Duck took the lead. Greg Wisser now coming up from the bottom there. It's a pretty much a stalemate right now between 3 or 4 ducks. Now Dennis and Frankie are currently out in the lead, but here comes Sean Stickle and Old Man Duck, or Dick Cheney Duck. I don't know which duck you want to go with that is. And then we've got kind of Pirate Duck, Sean Murtaugh. All right, we got 18 seconds left in this duck race. Everyone's starting to fall back here. Sean Stickle has a slight lead over Sean Murtaugh. And we're down to the 10-second mark. Who's going to get it? All you got to do is get in the top 4 to get this one. Lots of people sliding to the back. Who's going to take the front here? Frankie looks like he's going to take the win. And Frankie looks to take the win. You will get a quarter. You'll get a half a box. And for the Dodgers, here are your results. Top 4 are going to be Frankie, Sean, Chris, and Micah are going to be your top 4. Copy the results. Post them here. I'm going to also post them in my spreadsheet. Paste that there. Paste this here. All right. And you got your list updated. We'll switch you back over. All right. There you go. here we go. There are your teams. So Frankie, Sean, Chris, Miker are going to be your top 4. All those are going to get a half a box for the Dodgers. All right. I'm going to take this other box. I'm going to set that one right up there. And we're going to run this one first. So I made myself for dinner tonight mahi-mahi. Has anybody ever made mahi-mahi? It kind of reminded me of tuna, and the way I cook tuna, at least the taste and the density of it. All I did was pan sear it. I took it off the skin. I pan seared it and then did salt, pepper, and a little bit of like citrus seasoning. Does anyone have any good mahi-mahi recipes? Because it almost seemed like a fish that would have been really good for a taco because of how dense it was. So I was curious if anyone else has made mahi-mahi. All right, I'm going to rip all the packs here for Frankie for the Dodgers. Now we're going to run through them. I don't think it is. Don't make me. I'm going to Google it now. Why would you call it mahi-mahi if it was dolphin? They sometimes catch dolphins in the tuna nets. I know that. I thought they like fixed all that too, because now like the tuna says dolphin safe. Apparently, that's a mahi-mahi. Oh, you're right. It's a dolphin fish. Interesting. But it's not a dolphin. It was interesting. It was different. It's very, very dense and very heavy for sure. Have you guys ever cooked it? I'd just be curious what the recipes or anybody's done with it. Like, is it a smokable fish? Is it a better fried fish? All right, here we go. Paul Goldschmidt, Ryan Jeffers, Iro Arade on the refractor, Kevin Alcantara, Nolan Gorman, Orbelis Martinez, power players, Ronald Acuna Jr., Bryce Terang, Tyler Fitzgerald, Adolis Garcia, Alec Baum, refractor, Drew Thorpe, Max Scherzer, Brooks Lee, rookie for the Twins. Very nice. So blackened, I know, is basically spicy. At least that's how I ever associated blackened. Jackson Holiday, future stars, which I'm not a spicy person. Lars Nootbaar, Nolan Arenado, Gordon Josefo, Dodgers, Mookie Betts. It's one for Frankie. Brendan Donovan, Jackson Churio, Zebby Matthews, Griffin Connie, rookie, Josh Bell, Dylan Cease, Joe Musgrove, Julio Rodriguez throwback, Grant Holmes, Devin Williams, Royce Lewis Prism, Fortune 15, Paul Skeens. Let's look at that one. Zach Nito, Mark Ventos, Leo Jimenez, Francisco Lindor, Cade Povich, Nick Castellanos, Corbin Carroll, Freddie Freeman, all etch, and a Brandon Lowe. That was a very anticlimactic half a box. An extremely anticlimactic half a box. No Dodgers. All right. Well, at least none of the other ones are full. Musgrove was numbered? Hold on. Let's go back. Sometimes it's hard to pick up on some stuff because the camera lens hides some of the colors because I have to look at the screen. Oh, you're right. It was numbered. It looked like when you hold them in the screen, it has a tendency, especially if you're kind of like this, it looks like a silver refractor. You're right. The Joe Musgrove is 95 of 299. Good catch. Still an anticlimactic half a case or half a box. Yeah, let's put them on the bottom. We need a case it, like a shadow etch or something like that. This is going to go to Freddie. Or Frankie, I mean. Not Freddie. Yeesh. Sam. Let's see. Frankie. I have this stack behind me of local folks' cards that I need to bring to a card shop on Sunday. All right. Fortune 15. Shush. You shut your mouth. The James Wood 101. I think it got pulled already. At least the auto I thought got pulled. Hey, get a Superfractor. Get yourself $560 of break credit. You'd be rolling at that one. I've been doing stuff to kind of like protect for that. We got like an orange. Every time I do breaks, I take $5 and I move it into a savings account that basically is whenever that finally does happen. And who knows when it's going to happen, because Superfractors are so hard to pull, and it's not like I do it as a 101 bounty. I could start a second 101 bounty where it's just like any 101. I probably do a smaller add to that one. The Superfractor is just kind of one of those things because I've never pulled one personally. That's why I started it. Like, the bounty stuff seems fun. I mean, I don't know. The bounty stuff is, but I like doing more of the interactive stuff where we're giving stuff away to you guys and doing like the little games and things. I always find that to be a bit more entertaining, like late night poker. All right. Sean Stickles got the Dodgers on this half of the case. We know the auto should be over here. So William Contreras, Jackson Profar, Trace Sweeney on the rookie refractor. Johanski Noel for the Guardians, Carlos Rodriguez, Jake Bloss. That's going to be your negative for Jake Bloss. Very much a negative. Yeah. I don't know if he's any good either as well. Good question. Fortune 15, Kobe Mayo, Anthony Santander, Mookie Betts, that's one. Alec Burleson, Prism. Oh, that's cool. Jackson Merrill, all etch. DJ Hers for the Nats. Josh Naylor, Anderson Minez, Zach Wheeler, Spencer Horowitz, Tyler Anderson, Aaron Shuck. Power players, Dylan Cruz. Let's leave that one. Spencer Schwallenbach. Michael Harris II, Trevor Story, Michael Hellman, Josh Hader, Stuart Baroa. This is going to be, looks like it's a gold wave. Maybe. It's either orange or gold. Let's go this way because we'll give the team away too quickly. Is it a rookie? It is to 25. So we got a chance for somebody to get $5 break credit. It is 22. Nobody picked 22. 22 of 25. I'm going to say it's a Dodger or a Blue Jay. I don't think it's a Royal. Blue Jay. Anthony Santander for the Blue Jays. Is that orange? Orange wave? Orange lava to 25? Anthony Santander for the Toronto Blue Jays. One of the teams I messed up on. Frankie Riffle takes that one. It's one of the teams. I don't know what was going on. I thought I went through. I try to put all the teams in. I look at the teams on my phone, but then enter them on the screen so I don't have to keep going to edit, save, edit, save, edit, save. I don't know what was going on. Jackson Merrill, Future Stars. Belazzo, Ozzy Albies, Logan Gilbert on the Prism. James Wood for the Nats. There you go. It's one Nat. Julio Rodriguez, Jermaine Calinario, Aaron Judge. That's going to be for the buyback. Andrew Vaughn, Refractor, Orange Lava. Okay. Richard Fitz, Luis Robert Jr. And there's the auto. I kind of forgot about the auto. Luis Guerrero for the Boston Red Sox. That was given away in the mini. Andrew Huther. Dylan Cruz, Fortune 15, and Corbin Burns. Here's the first auto, Luis Guerrero. I have plenty of jumbos to go around right now. So if you want a jumbo, you might be able to swing one or two for a personal. I'm going to try and swing through the blowout card shop tomorrow. I want to see what they have. I know most of their stuff is way overpriced, but they keep dabbling on a absolute case, and I keep wanting to like get them to come down on the price. It's not a bad price. It's just not some. They have Absolute 2022, which was one of my favorite case breaks to do. We even did one in the card shop a while back when I did one of my first visits up there. And why did I sleeve a Mookie Betts? Oh, because that's the Sean Stickle one. Huh. And I know they've been putting one on sale now and again, but I'm like, I've been having trouble pulling the trigger on them. All right. Box 2. I'm going to confirm I didn't miss any other Dodgers here. Nope. All right. No more Dodgers. All right. So Chris Thomas is going to get the top half of the box, and bottom half is going to go to Miker. All right, here's the top half. Here is the bottom half. I think most of the logo men in this were pulled pretty early. There wasn't a whole lot of them, and I'm kind of shocked how quickly they all got pulled. But then again, at the same time, I'm not shocked how quickly they got pulled. But it is definitely a little discouraging on that side that they were pulled already. All right, we need something. We need a big chrome hit. We need a big auto. Jacob Wilson auto. God, the Jacob Wilson auto got freaking 101 got pulled before the product even released. I tell you, I have a feeling that, so I pre-ordered and then got an additional case of 2024-25 Topps Finest basketball. and it was crazy cheap. Like, I was shocked how cheap it was. In my gut feeling, I think we're going to hit the Superfractor out of one of those cases because they are so cheap that doing a Superfractor or doing a case break on them is going to be completely reasonable in price. I mean, we're talking like crazy cheap. All right. All right, here's one half here. This is going to Chris Thomas for the Dodgers. Everyone else has theirs. Thought we saw something. Garrett Mitchell, Tanner Beebe, Jace Jung for the Tigers. Refractor. Nico Horner, Freddie Freeman, one Dodger for Chris. Come on, Greg. Greg Jones, Kevin Alcantara, throwback. De'Aaron Del Castillo, Pete Alonso, Lawrence Butler, Prism, Brent Rooker, Miguel Andujar, Royce Lewis, Eugenio Suarez, Ronald Acuna Jr., Fortune 15, Christian Manea, Adolis Garcia, Chance McDermott, Tariq Skubal, All Etch, Jazz Chisholm, Vinny Pascatino, Michael McGreevy, Paul Skeens, Future Stars, Hayden Birdsong, Alex Bregman, Trevor Story, Deshaun Kersey, Refractor, Adele Amador, rookie, Stuart Baroa. We have a wave, orange wave. Rafael Devers, 23. TJ, 23. Winner, chicken dinner. $5 break credit to you. Total of $10 break credit going to him tonight. Rafael Devers on the gold wave to 50. Get there eventually. Gold wave, Rafael Devers, and Red Sox going to Andrew Huther. Devers doesn't even play for them anymore. Chris Sale, All Etch, Garrett Cole, Esco Tovar, Luis Severino, Stanton, Sagase, Hernandez. There's a Judge for the buyback potential, Waka, Michael Waka, and Nolan Jones. A lot of people think that Cal Raleigh's, because especially now that Judge has been hurt and put on the DL, that Cal Raleigh is going to pass Judge for MVP. And there is still a debate about whether or not Pete Crow Armstrong is going to pass Ohtani. Because I think Ohtani just got limited in his last game. All right, last half of a box. Still have an auto left to get. I don't know why Ohtani. I think he got limited to like four innings. Then he got pulled. All right, 2 more packs. All right, here we go. Miker has the Dodgers for this side. Bryce Harper, Salvador Perez, Adam Mazur, Brandon Nimmo, Nacho Alvarez, Braves. I tell you, Braves are a sneaky team because I swear they hit in every break. Is this the auto? It is not the auto, but it is a Spencer Schwallenbach 32. No 32s on the list tonight. 32 of 150 for the Braves. Braves, whether it's an auto or a numbered card, I swear every break I've seen, Braves always hit. I think they have the third or fourth highest numbered cards in the set. But even over those other ones, I feel like they just always hit. Hands itching. Corey Seager, Ty Madden, Sean Manaea, Wyatt Langford, Bryce Harper, all etch, Ke'Bryan Hayes, Byron Buxton. I'll flip these over. Otto Lopez, Lane Thomas, Nick York. I'll be close to an auto here soon. Jonathan India. There it is. Joey Cantillo. As I said, these boxes can be great or they can be rough. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep, for now, I think I'm going to keep the hobbies to single box braces, keep the box prices down. And then we'll do the jumbos. Because literally, basically, the way it worked out was the jumbo price for the pay-by team and 2 boxes for the pay-by team are basically the same price. So I think this was just better to kind of, we'll just kind of keep that the way that's going. Brooks Lee, power players. Rookie Miguel Vargas, Alec Burleson, Yamamoto, Angel Martinez, Dustin Harris, Bradley Baylock, Kevin Alcantara, all etch rookie rush. Kyle Schwarber, Matt McLean, Logan Gilbert, Nats, Prism, Mackenzie Gore, Pete Crow Armstrong, Future Stars, Ha-Seong Kim, Willie Adams, Joey Bart, Matt Strom, the Super 101 I pulled today, ironic. Xander Bogaerts, Nick Gonzalez, Reese Hines, Jackson Churio, and Kumar Rocker. I mean, we got 2 low numbered cards, right? We got a numbered to 50 and we got a numbered to 25. So it's basically 2 numbered cards and an auto per Chrome hobby box. So you hear a goat in these ones, and tonight was a goat, unfortunately. All right. Let's do the recap. Brooks Lee, power players. Tevin Alcantara, all etch rookie rush. Jace Jung, refractor rookie. Aaron Judge, buyback. Aaron Judge, buyback. Dylan Cruz, power players. Dylan Cruz, Fortune 15. James Wood, throwback rookie. Paul Skeens, Fortune 15. Brooks Lee, rookie. Schwallenbach to 150. Santander to 25. Jake Bloss on the negative. Joe Musgrove to 299. Rafael Devers to 50, 23 of 50. And Joey Cantilone and Luis Guerrero are going to be your autographs tonight. Yeah, so those were a bit rough. Trouble part of Chrome. That's why there's just some other products that I just like better, but baseball's so big checklists. That's why Seasons in the Sun and what's the other one I like? Absolute Baseball were ones I like the best. And, National Treasures. But, all right, that's going to do it for tonight. New break schedule for next week's going to go up on Saturday. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Again, if you want any personals, whether it's a blaster box or a hobby, the prices are listed in the scrolling bar down at the bottom. Our bounties will go up next week for the Superfractor. But I hope you all have a great weekend. And, again, I appreciate you all getting into these breaks. And hopefully we'll see you back here on Monday night. And break drops on Sunday, 5, 6, and 7 o'clock. And I'll let you guys know if I catch you anything else new for stuff when I go up to the blowout cards tomorrow. All right, y'all. Have a great night, and we'll catch